Good morning, ducks! Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to the Duck Adventure for January the 3rd, I think it is. Well, if I'm wrong, I'll put the date on the screen. Pretty hard, pretty bad. I got the dates already mixed up in my head. And we're in the single digits here of a brand new year. Ducks are losing it here. They want out. I've got a surprise for you guys planned this morning. Come on, ducks, wake up! All right, they're coming over. You'd think they've done this before. Mo, you're a non-stop courting duck. Look at the size of that duck. He's so big. He's got to be a foot across his chest. You're just a monster, Mo. Well, that's the surprise I had for you guys. I set that little camera up Eric got us with the GorillaPod. That was the wrong one from eBay. So we got some things happening here today, guys. One, it's going down to -24 tonight, so I've got to do a big lockdown special here. I'm changing the straw in the barn, and I'm going to freshen up everything. I'm going to add some more straw to the metal shed. Because I'm going to be water boy here. They're saying for the next 48 to 72 hours, some extreme weather, like -24 up in Petawawa, which is about 80 kilometers from me. Ottawa's calling for -20, so chances are The wind right now is blowing from the north, so we're probably going to get minus 24. And it's going to stay like that for the next 2 days, 3 days potentially. So it's hard to believe right now it's plus 2 degrees Celsius. It's absolutely gorgeous out. But it's been snowing non-stop, guys. You wouldn't believe the amount of snow we're getting here. Every morning I wake up and there's another inch and a half on the ground. I haven't plowed anymore since my 3-day marathon. Last night for supper I had a goose. I roasted a goose. And I haven't had a domestic goose. I've only ever had wild Canada geese, and I can tell you something right now, guys. You know, I love duck. Duck's right up there, man. Like, it's number 1. Well, last night, duck got dethroned. It's number 2 now. I'm telling you, unbelievable. I couldn't believe how freaking... I actually had to stop myself from eating because I was going to blow up. Really, the goose I should have gotten like 5 meals out of it. I'm going to probably get 3. It was a 7.6 pound goose. It took 3 hours and 10 minutes to cook at 325. I cooked it identical to the way you cook duck, which is what they say. And unbelievable. The skin was even better than the duck skin. The meat was better tasting. The breast meat, unbelievable. Like Muscovy duck, you know, at 7.6 pounds, got a pretty big breast on it. I'd say the goose is 50% bigger, the breast meat on it. And the wings had so much meat on them. The legs, like I separated it all up so I could at least get 3 meals out of it. Next one I cook, I'm definitely going to video it for you guys to show you what it turned out like, because I nailed it. I actually nailed it. It was just absolutely done perfect. Like I couldn't believe how good it was. I had never cooked a goose before, so I was sort of guessing on what I was gonna, the length of time for the weight and based on duck, and I nailed it. It was just an unbelievably tasty supper. Well, I was laying on the couch dying. I ate so much, and I had to stop myself from eating. It was so tasty. So I'm gonna go and start my day. We're gonna do egg recon right now, and then I've got to start getting things ready here for this lockdown, because I'm gonna be water boy here for the next 2 to 3 days. And the ducks love my flooded basement situation, which there's less and less water every day because everything's starting to freeze up now. I'm hoping I got a local company that I've got to get a hold of that's got a big unit that can suck my drain out. I thought I was going to have to get somebody from the city, which I got a quote from the city, but because they're so far away, the traveling time, it was going to be almost $3,000 to get the truck here to suck the basement out by the time with all the environmental fees and everything. But I stumbled across a company that's not even 20 kilometers from me that's got the exact same truck that can do the same job. So I've got to get them to come here and give me a price. Because honestly, I'm getting real sick of this water in the basement thing. I never had this problem until my washing machine plugged my drain, which I'm telling you people, put a filter, put a pantyhose or anything on your water line if you're in the country from your washing machine, because I am blown away. I put a filter on my washing machine, and I can't believe the amount of clothing that gets disintegrated from your detergent. It blows me away. It's worse than a dryer. That's how much stuff comes out of your washing machine. Well, I filled a pantyhose completely full in not even 6 months, so I can imagine what 10 years worth of debris from the clothing going down my floor drain has caused. I bet you I've got about 8 feet of sludge plugging the line. It's going to take that big commercial truck, which I'm hoping I'm going to get them here to give me a price, because I've been holding off $3,000. Well, one, I didn't know I was going to still be here. Alright, well, let's go do egg recon. And I've got to put the camera inside because I didn't pre-chill it, and it's all the snow's melting on top of it, and my mic's getting wet. So we're going to be doing a pivot head morning here. Oh, there's my dog. Doug, I got too much camera equipment in my hands here. Come on out. Oh, Dougie, it's morning. Oh, man. Running water and ducks. Look at the females fighting with each other. They've been coming over every morning to the hose. They know the hose situation here. I've been purposely not running it at night just to save up the water in the basement for them, so they get you know, some fun, or have some fun. But they know what it is, as you can tell this morning. Like, they just beelined it right over here. All right, let's go do a recon. Yeah, it just started snowing about 40 minutes ago, so I didn't. Oh, there's a wind. Oh, temperature's starting to drop. -1. They're saying they're supposed to go to -5 this afternoon, and then like really cold tonight. So I've got to get things ready here for tonight. Minus really cold, actually. It'll be water boy back and forth, back and forth. And I got to separate some ducks. I've got to, I want to get the Muscovy and the geese into this building. That's the plan anyways. We'll see if it works out. I just know I've got to get about 20 ducks into the steel shed. No eggs out here? No, it looks like the barn's going to be it. Yeah, the barn's getting completely cleaned out today. Oh, another thing, guys, what I've noticed here is Doug. Since the ducks have been hanging around in the driveway, Doug's been herding them in a circle. When the crows are coming in, Doug gets the ducks all into a big circle and stays right beside them. Hey, Douggies, you've been doing a really good job watching your ducks. Yeah, so today's get ready. Oh man, -24. That's okay. Door's stuck. What's going on? Yeah, I'm gonna clean everything right out here, and so they have lots of fresh straw, well, specifically dry straw, because after being locked up for potentially 3 days, it's going to be a mess in here. And if I put them in here right now the way it is, it's so wet in here because they have been coming in here. Not as, it's actually not, it's drier, I mean, than the shed. What's going on here today? 2, 4, 6, 8 eggs. Okay, there's something wrong. I haven't had an 8-egg day in days. That's just crazy. Because they've been, actually, I had one day I had 17 eggs. I'm going to go back out in the pen and take a look. This doesn't make any sense. I think this winter is going to be a non-stop snowing winter. It's been like this for 3 days. Well, I finished plowing, and I've been shoveling non-stop. It seems I'm scraping snow all the time. And the thing is, when it keeps snowing like this, about every 4th day you got to plow. Because it seems every morning I wake up and there's like another inch and a half of snow on top of all the places I just finished scraping. If you notice, the ducks aren't freaking out as much with Doug. They, the last 3 days, they've been hanging around the driveway together. It's like the ducks realize that if they want to play in the water in the driveway, they got to put up with Doug. See if there's any eggs here on the ground that I missed. This doesn't make any sense to only have this many eggs. I had to shovel this out because my door right there, that orange piece of plywood that slides in the doorway, had blown off in the storm. I came out here to get things ready yesterday just to look around, and I couldn't find the door. I don't see any eggs anywhere. Winter wonderlands here. No eggs. Well, I guess I only got 8 today. Alright, I'm gonna get the water happening, and then I gotta have my breakfast, and then I gotta start getting ready for lockdown. Alright, get back down. Bye. Bye. Here's the situation, guys. Yes, Stefan, I've changed their food to the green so that stripper duck doesn't gain so much weight. But I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about stripper duck. I cleaned this out on New Year's Day. I cleaned it all out. I don't know. She just doesn't put any weight at all on that leg. She has such a hard time. And now this duck here, and Stefan, you were right. She's got a badly broken wing. Her left wing is busted. I had her out yesterday, and I actually was holding her, and you know, to check what was going on, and her wing is just hanging. So I don't know what to do. Like, honestly, guys, I have never ran across this before. I haven't had time to research it. I'm going to send my vet an email. You know, what can you do with a broken wing? You know, do I need to put a pantyhose on her and tape her up? You know, how long will it take to heal? These are all questions that need to be answered. But her hip's good now, and but she's got a broken wing. Now here, you know, I know some of you are going to say, you know, and you know, just put her down. And you know, I know Clayton, it's going to be you, but the thing is, this girl is pumping out 5 eggs a week. She's an egg layer, so it's like she's got a broken wing, but she's pumping out 5 eggs every 7 days. That's a good duck that pumps out 5 eggs every 7 days. So I got to save her somehow, you know, because if she's an egg layer, we can't afford to lose them. You know, they can't fly anyways, so the wing doesn't really matter, other than, you know, they use it to hold in body heat by tucking it on their, you know, holding it tight against their bodies. But she's a valuable duck. She's an egg layer, so we got to come up with a solution for this one. I'm gonna go start my chores so that I can eat, and then get on with my day here. You know something? It's not even supposed to be snowing, because the temperature is supposed to be falling, and it's not supposed to be a snowstorm. And the snowstorm's getting worse. The ducks are loving this water though. But it is causing a slight problem, guys, because it's putting duck poop right in front of my front door. So I've got to be really careful now going into the house, because I already tracked in some duck poop on my boot that was stuck in the snow. Like little kids eating the snow. They really hate being inside the pen. I'm so happy, guys. I got part of my garage back last night. Look at this. You can actually see through my garage. I chopped off 7 feet on the racks. So today I've got to take them all down to the back shed. Almost got my garage back. We're getting closer. Now I've at least got some room to build the cages. I can actually work in here. And the cages I'm referring to are my snapping turtle catching cages. I'm back outside with the big camera. I wanted to show you guys, because I know I've had some of you ask about if I do recon, if there's any trails, you know, coyotes or foxes coming into the yard, coming around the pen. Well, I haven't seen a single track in the yard, and Doug has, you know, he's seriously patrolling. He hasn't got any whiffs of anything. The only tracks in the yard are ducks. It's just nothing but virgin snow. And you know, the worst part about this snow, guys, is because we didn't have any big freeze-ups, the lake is not going to be safe this winter. I won't be able to go in the lake at all. I thought for sure this winter that I would be able to go down and take the chainsaw and cut that raft apart so I could salvage the styrofoam out of it. But because the way the snow hit here and the lake wasn't even frozen, that lake is that lake is going to be dangerous this year. I ain't going on it. We didn't, unless we get a big melt and all the snow goes away and then we get a deep freeze. That's the only way that we're going to have ice on that lake. Because you know, I don't know if I had the video running or not, but there was a point there when we had the snowstorm that the whole center of the lake was slush ice. You could see sort of like that yellowish color ice, which it's snow ice is what it is. Totally useless. No strength to it whatsoever. And the whole lake in the center was like that. So we had no cold weather before this snowstorm to generate any ice. So basically, what's happening right now is there's about 1.5 feet of snow sitting on top of the ice that's there, and the water, because the bottom, you know, the bottom of the lake is got rotting vegetation, it's generating heat, so it's, you know, constantly melting the ice that is forming, and then you've got a 1.5 feet layer of snow on top, which is like insulation, so there's going to be no ice. Like, I wouldn't doubt we might even see, you know, some water patches appear where, you know, the weight of the snow breaks through the ice, and you know, I'll look out and you'll see a dark spot in the lake. Totally possible this year. This was this is not a good year for Matt and Doug walking around the lake. There'll be no walking around the lake this year. Like I said, unless we get a meltdown and then, you know, we get a refreeze, which that's, you know, the only way it's going to happen. All right, I'm going to put the camera away and finish my chores. Got to get breakfast into me. I'm really hungry, and I've got like a ton of stuff to do today to get ready for this nasty weather that's coming. They've left here and gone back to the pen, and they just came back looking for water again. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but a good thing that my basement doesn't have enough water to turn the pump on. But they were all asleep in the pen, and they came over looking for water. I'm just going out to winterize the barn here for tonight's big temperature drop. That little duck in the back room. She's just quacking her face off because she can hear her friends out here. Poor little duck with a broken wing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. Actually, you guys help me out. I haven't had a chance to search on the internet yet what you do with a duck with a broken wing. And I've sent an email, but my vet's on holidays. It's still holiday time. Well, I'm gonna get dressed. We're gonna go out and get the barn ready for tonight. Well, there was a little bit of water in my basement. Look at them. You know, it's really cute that they're hanging in the driveway, but it's really bad because there's duck poop landmines all over. Every time I walk to the garage, I gotta be careful coming back into the house. But this year, they do not want to be in the pen. I don't know if they're waiting for me or what, but they're hanging around the front door looking at me. All right, well, let's go and get the barn ready. Well, the temperature's really dropped, guys. It's already -8. So the weatherman was right, so we could see 24 below tonight. Gonna get the barn ready here. Put some more straw in the metal shed and just basically get ready for the lockdown. Time to graduate to the sleigh, which is so much faster than wheelbarrow. And the tub cover. Oh, the wind is nasty. Dougie's staying out of the wind. It's cool, isn't it, Doug? I know. Alright, let's get this happening. Hey, dog? Oh, you're such a good dog. You're sucking up, aren't you? 8 degrees below zero, Dougie. It's not even cold yet. Oh, look at this. A goose was picking on a duck. Doug broke it up. What a old Dougie. What an awesome dog. A goose is hissing at Doug. He seems to know by the sound what the geese are up to. It's not really dirty, really, you know, if it wasn't for lockdown, I'd let this go through 4 days, 3 days at least. But because lockdown, we could be in lockdown here for, you know, they say up to 72 hours is cold snap, so I've got to start off with a clean slate here, just in case the ducks are locked up for 72 hours. I can hear them come closer, and as soon as they see me, they back up. They're right outside the door. No, they're not going to stick their heads. Some spots are really wet. And then some spots are, you know, still fluffy, perfectly good straw. But like I said, I've got to get it clean because we don't know how long they're going to be in lockdown for. The only reason I don't just dump it is because in the spring I'm going to have to spread it anyways, and it's much easier to spread right now when it's not, you know, all packed down hard and wet. Do a little bit of work now instead of a lot of work later. It's funny, the ducks keep coming in to see what I'm up to. Temperature's really dropping fast. It's already -10 outside. And it was +2 this morning. So the weatherman's dead on. It's going to be a cool night. Or I should say it's going to be a really cold night, not cool. You know what's really funny is that when I go near the ducks, they scatter. But when I'm in here working, they always come in to check me out. At one point there was like 20 of them in here. And they just come in and look at what I'm doing, you know, check me out and then leave. But I tell you, this door trick that I came up with, guys, that's the answer. I noticed one thing, there's no more panic about going in and out. Much more relaxed. At one point, all those ducks were in the barn watching me shovel. They're very curious on what I'm up to. I think they know I'm going to put fresh straw in here. I think that's why. It's been a pretty steady stream. Okay, look at this, guys. They know I'm bringing straw in. It's also the end of the day and it's getting cold out. Isn't it, Doug? You've had cold feet a couple times. All right, well, let's get some straw. The ducks are telling me it's time to get inside the building. Doug, come on. Okay, you got everybody out for me. Thanks. The ducks keep coming in and they stick in, they see Doug. They're all at the door and they come in, they see Doug, they go back. They come in, they see Doug, they go back. Oh, see Doug's out of sight now, so they're coming in. Soon, ducks. I'll be done. It's just not fair, is it, Doug? They're just staying out of your reach. You want to smell them and you can't get through that little door. Robert's straw this year is really nice straw. It's not dusty or anything. It's almost pure straw. There's next to no weeds in it, which is unfortunately bad for the ducks because they love the straw that has weeds in it. But the straw with weeds in it seems to be the dustiest. You love clean straw, don't you, Dougie? But you're keeping the ducks from coming in here. They're all at the door. They're sitting at the door looking in. They can see Doug, so they're not too sure if they should come in or not. Time to go in with your other friends there, girl. The wind is getting bad, guys. They're moving into the barn on their own tonight, guys. It's nasty enough out there, the ducks aren't spending any time. As soon as the lights went on, they actually started coming into the barn. Dougie's in the garage, that's how cold it is. He's, his poor little paws, he's not liking it today. But, you know, really, this is the first cold day we've had, so you know, Dougie's got to get used to it. And these die-hard ducks, they're going to take their time. I got to get some of them to go over to the steel shed. So I think there's like maybe 3 ducks in the steel shed right now. You know, if you didn't force those Muscovies inside, they'd stay outside all night. It's amazing how their bodies don't get cold, but their feet freeze like solid ice. She's getting windy. You can see the feathers lifting on the ducks. They're losing their body heat. I'm gonna see what my chances are of getting some of them to go into the shed here, because I think there's like 2 ducks in the metal shed, and I've got it all stocked up. Actually, all the buildings are all stocked up. Okay, let's go, ducks. Let's go. I think I need herding sticks, guys. Come on, ducks. It's cold. I'm actually cold. Come on. Let's go. All right, ducks, get in. Come on, girls, warmer inside. Come on, ducks. Let's go. All right, I gotta get herding sticks. It ain't gonna happen here, holding the camera. The geese want to be with the ducks in the barn. They do not want to go into the shed. But the crazy part is they'll go into the shed all day and eat. But look at them, they're going over, they want to be with their duck friends. I guess they don't consider the Muscovy friends. Come on, ducks, in you go. I gotta put the camera down so I can do some work here.